A little pre-roll, y'all. Herbs. Not weed. Each time I go to record a message, it dies and it hangs up. So I was previously sharing about this time of the year why we're being called to rest, what we're in preparation of. I feel like this moment is necessary. A lot of people have no clue that I smoke. Um, I don't put my personal business online. I don't think it's really too personal. If you watch my lives, you'll hear me talk about how I tried to stop smoking weed over and over and over again. And this is where we're at now. I miss weed so much. I'm not one of those people. Um, I went through all of the different stages naturally, 100% against it, not against it, to knowing that I needed to stop because the quality that I was getting wasn't what it needed to be. Then recognizing a layer of it is also me pacifying my gift. So that was one of the things that I wanted to really talk about. Um, Herbs are here to help us, even somebody like me, extremely gifted, activated, charged, using my gifts, helping, aiding people. There's still some things that I don't want to feel. I don't want to heal. I don't want to face things that I work towards on a regular basis. That I have to give grace to. I was trying to think of the right word, the word that I wanted to say. This space that I've been in. When I arrived to me, the way that I perceived the message that I gave to myself was so butterflies and balloons and rainbows. Because that's how I be wanting to perceive the world. I be wanting to take it at the dose that is acceptable in my eyes sometimes. And it's just me being authentic and real and honest and bearing the truth in the rawest way that I can. A lot of the times we don't know based off of what it is that we're perceiving. We don't know what it is that we are ushering ourselves into, even as like people who channel. And this is why they say like all people who are readers need a reader. They need someone to channel for them, because sometimes we be so close to the message that it'd be hard for us to surrender and give way. One of the cards that literally came was like, it was so hilarious. Like spirit be speaking so loud. Surrender. And look at you see the imagery and how beautiful that imagery is. The kids playing, releasing, falling, free falling at that. Leaves are bigger than life. But this is a play for them, you know? And I think that that's like a big note. Something that I didn't really take into effects. Like why spirit desires us to trust so loudly, you know, and what that means when you are blind in a situation and you're being guided. A lot of people aren't even aware that that's the level that they've graduated to because they've become so accustomed to just following and moving through it, you know, and it's crazy. But these cards, some things that come into your vortex, they give you the eyesight. Me speaking about this gives you the eyesight, gives you the confirmation of how we could look at things differently. Look at this. Look at the imagery on here. These is kids, y'all. This says ancestors. They got elephants on here, it's bears. It's in a lake of water, you know, 606. Clouds, beautiful imagery, the sun. And it's the ancestors. You know, there's a lot of things that we don't give ourselves credit to, permission to. I want y'all to see, not the sun, but the moon. See the moon in both of these cards. Can you see it? Because we're coming home. There's a part in life, and I don't know. The more I sit with all of this stuff, y'all, the more I'm having to get like with me at a different rate because I've been in this question of like, what is it all for? You know, what's the why in it? How is there a space where all of these things could be happening? I had it the best way I could say it. I had a dream about it like maybe like 4 years ago where I was basically on a bus and I was standing beside someone and out of nowhere, this portals opened up all around the bus, and it's like a public transportation bus, and these fish started coming through these portals. They're just flying in the sky. And at the time, I remember taking it back to the group that I was in and asking like all of these questions and stuff like that. But the biggest thing that I was able to perceive at the time as like I was decoding the dream was one of the things that I paid attention to, I was speaking to other people, the person that I was with, like, hey, do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? This is what's going on. Do you see this? And he didn't have a clue what I was talking about. He couldn't see anything. None of the other people could see anything. But yet, in my world, in my existence, in my experience, this was happening. It was the best shit that had ever happened in the world. And it was amazing. And I could see it and I could feel it. And it was real. In this space that I find myself to be in now, in the space that I feel us in as a community, is waking up to one, the rates that we have been in. Like I said, one of the things that I had been doing because I wasn't aware that I had gifts was self-soothing. I wasn't aware that I had traumas. I soothed and I cushioned and I comforted things that didn't feel good, triggers that I wasn't willing to face. And I learned to be in this rate with myself, being at this rate where I recognize that I'm now healing. I'm being at a rate where I basically sit in the energy instead of moving away from it. And I'm not soothing this space. I'm just acknowledging it and I'm accepting it. And giving these spaces the quiet presence that I've learned to give is heavy and it just takes time. And when we're in this space and we're with our ancestors, Spirit is just encouraging us to be at a rate of play with it and release in a joyous way.